Right, let's have a look at this question. This is question 3.6.3. Describe 5 problems likely to be experienced in urban areas as a result of this trend. Even tells you what the trend is of urbanisation. As we can see, that urbanisation from the 1960s has more than doubled. In fact, I'd say it's 5 times greater, and far more people living in urban areas than ever before. And as a percentage, it's already above, by 2020, it's going to be well above 70% of people are going to be living in urban areas. Now this is in comparison to those people living in rural areas. So the question is actually asking us, what are the consequences or problems experienced in urban areas? And we're not even looking at the rural areas. So let's have a look at some of the problems. If you've got 30% living in rural areas and you've got above 70% in 2020 living in urban areas, you're obviously going to have a huge shortage of, that's right, housing. And that's a massive problem, and we can already see that this has led to informal settlements being very much part of the urban scene in South African cities and towns. Secondly, a huge shortage of services. And services, we're talking about basic services such as sanitation, water, and I think I'm referring to tappable water here, electricity, and a whole host of other ones, but I suppose those are the major ones. I suppose you can put health and education in there as well. There's all vital services. Perhaps the most important one is this lack of housing. Would be a service as well, to an extent. Obviously, overcrowding, and with overcrowding, you're going to get huge congestion. Obviously, big problems with this congestion is that it puts even more strain on the urban environment. Unemployment, obviously a major problem, and that leads to all sorts of other issues, but people aren't earning wages, they don't have enough money, therefore your crime is going to increase, makes sense, as people look for alternative methods to make money. And we've already mentioned informal settlements here. So urbanisation is clearly a major problem in the developing world.